Hello. I thought I would pop into the shop and see what's going on in the shop today. Uh, we've been following the making and assembling of rocking chairs, and I thought we'd see where they are in the process. So I'll switch this around. Now this is actually our staining area. The piece of furniture, once it's built, it will then come out to this area. Each of the stain is rubbed on by hand. You can see some staining rags there. We stained inside the furniture as well as the outside. So everything is covered. And we also do sanding between coats of finish here. And in the afternoons, we typically will spray all the things that are needed, that are ready to be sprayed. So they need to be sanded or stained. So here you can see our salesman Jay, who is working on a rocking chair. This is our spray room. Out beyond our filters there is a large exhaust fan that creates a nice crosshair. The hose that you see is attached to a container. That is where we mix our finish. The finish is a two-part finish with the lacquer base, but then there's a catalyst that's mixed with it. Once the finish is mixed, it will have about 20 minutes for the craftsman to get the piece of furniture or the finish on all the furniture that's ready to be sprayed before it starts setting up or getting firm. Here we can see we have our carts. They have many layers of finish that have accumulated over the years. Here's one rocking chair that was completely sprayed. You can see it looks a little bit white, or not white, looks a little bit shiny. That's because it is wet. Very important to make sure every surface area is completely covered, and yet not too much, because if it's covered too much it'll start to run. And once that finish is dried, and if there is a run, the person that sands the next morning will have to sand that run completely out, or it will be forever part of the furniture. We usually spray our furniture, have 2 coats of the catalyzed conversion varnish. So there's either a stain, or if it's natural in color, there's no stain, then we'll just put the clear, water-resistant finish. Also, all of our furniture has this finish on it that prevents the water from reacting to the finish. We have a demonstration we oftentimes will do at our craft shows. We will leave water sitting on the table the entire time, or the entire week, just showing the durability of the finish. So he's completed all the areas that he can get to from the up underneath, and now he's working on the top side. This is a pretty skilled job. Not the easiest to be able to apply. We apply it by spray. That way it has a good even covering over everything. Little turntable there is really nice to be able to spin it around without having to touch the piece of furniture. The room through the doorway there is our dust-controlled area for drying. Furniture that will sit overnight, and then the next morning will be sanded because the first finish that goes on, it's a liquid, and so it will be a little bit rough So by sanding lightly over everything, it takes that roughness off, and the next coat of finish will be the clear, smooth, water-resistant finish. So that's what our customers really love, is they don't have to worry about their furniture messing up their furniture. It's not only built well, using all solid hardwood, but it's also protected by a water-resistant finish for the entire rest of its life. Just taking a final check, making sure that everything's covered and yet not too much. So we put out a pretty good thick finish. So if you'd like to come and take a tour, we give woodshop tours depending upon what day it is. We may be seeing the finish put on. Typically in the afternoon is when we will do all the spraying of the pieces that are ready to be sprayed. Just by picking it up underneath, that's the area where it'll be the least noticeable as far as the fingerprints. Now these are ready to go over into our spray room. Okay, that will be our little excerpt of checking into what's happening in George's Furniture Woodshop. Have a good day.